Alright, so we have a pretty significant problem on our hands here. Hello Reformers and welcome back to 108 Heroes. And oh yeah, look, there he is. That's the guy that we gotta be a bit careful of right here. He has the Taoist aura around him and we're gonna try and murder him as soon as he gets up the ladder. Let's see if we can do that. Murder him. Yes, that's what you get. Watch out. What? Ah, yes. He was surprised like no one's business. Anyway, I don't know whether you noticed, but we're actually in battle against the Song. They have decided to declare war against our faction, and we are going to do our very best to defend this fief. Now, I know for a fact that there are huge amounts of our faction's vassals very close by to us, and how do I know that? Well, there was actually an enemy vassal from the Wu attempting to besiege one of the castles that we took in the previous episode, and, well, there was a huge amount of them defeated. Yes, a huge amount of them defeated, very close by to us, and that means there are big amounts of our faction's vassals very close by. And that means that hopefully they will be able to head over here, maybe help us out a little bit. You know, you never know, because there is another vassal of the Song pretty close by, and he's probably going to try and attack us as well. So we've got to be a bit careful there. Otherwise, I guess we'll just keep slaughtering. Now, I'm slaughtering all these guys pretty easily, obviously, because we do have this amazing two-handed weapon at our disposal here. But I must mention that the Song appear to have some extremely good shields. They have tower shields, which are insane, really, really good defensively. And they also have archer masters as well, so I assume that they are relatively similar to our own. But you can see here that some of them actually do have crossbows, which is a bit... That shield right there, are you serious? Come on now, get that shield off our wall. Actually, it's probably helping us, let's face it. It's probably shielding us from a little bit of the enemy archers' attacks. But yeah, anyway, the point is, we're doing absolutely fine here, as would be expected, considering we do have an overwhelming amount of Sky Archer Masters, and we've seen how effective they can be. Well, these seem to be the last units in the enemy's army. Well, actually, they've just received more reinforcements, but, well, the point is that this is probably the last reinforcement wave that they are going to be getting, and I'm going to be very intrigued to actually fight these guys on the battlefield, because there is actually, as I said before, there is actually a Song vassal right outside, and I believe he was just about to enter the siege, but he was a bit too late, and so we're probably going to get a good opportunity to fight him on the fields of battle, and we're going to see how they do there. But yes, the Song are actually very close in terms of territory to us, or shall we say to our outlying castles, which is a bit of an issue. Anyway, as you can see, we gained 36 morale, 7,300 extra experience right there, and I was able to kill 244 units. Kind of insane, but that's what you're gonna get when you have a legendary two-handed with superior reach and overhead attacks. That's it. Anyway, we are increasing our relation a little bit there, and we do technically have the opportunity to take him prisoner, but as is the case most of the time, I'm going to be letting them go. Alright, so we do have a number of people that I can technically, well, capture here. Oh, oh yes, oh yes, we have a legendary, well, it's technically not a legendary, but it is an enchanted item of some sort, which basically will give whoever equips it a little bit of extra stats, and I think that could be really, really good. I'm actually going to take a couple of their shields as well, because their shields do seem extremely effective. And as you can see, there is the other Song vassal. It's a bit problematic, actually. A bit problematic that he's actually coming over here, to be honest. I did not really want to have someone with such a large army. I didn't actually see how many he had before the guy headed in beforehand, so this is going to be a bit difficult, but, well, we will try our best, as is the case. Anyway, this guy has a two-handed, so I don't know whether I really need to give him anything. Do I really need to give him anything? Maybe some boots? Give him some boots. There you go. Can he use this? No, it doesn't have good enough riding skill, of course. Well, technically, we could upgrade our medic a little bit here. So now that she has 13 strength, I think I'm going to get her to 15 strength. And then we will do something about her weapon master. And then we'll also start increasing her medicinal skills as well. Alright, so that seems pretty good. This guy also leveled up. Is he using a two-handed or one-handed? I'm not entirely sure, but I am going to give him an additional point in shield because he is seemingly using a one... Oh no, he's actually got a two-handed, but maybe we can actually replace that with this, and then he can actually use a better shield as well because, I mean, let's face it, just look at... Well, you know what? I'm actually going to take him off his horse so that we can give him this cracked Song Tower shield. Look at how massive it is. It's crazy big. So we're just going to give him that. And we'll give him the rusty war boots as well. So he's going to be much, much better. Wow, we're going to give him this too. There we go. Wow, he has gained so many upgrades right there. And hopefully we'll be able to see how much more effective he ends up being. So this guy's using a Battered Lion huge shield. We're going to give him a Lordly Sky Shield instead, because as you can see, it's better in every way. And does this guy want to use anything else? Technically, he could use some gloves, but I don't have any. You know, I should have picked up those gloves that was in the loot. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, there you go. I do actually have some gloves. Fantastic. All right, so let's have a look and see what kind of stats he's going to gain. He gained charisma, leadership, and one-handed weapon increase. It's okay. It's okay. It's not as interesting as I thought it was going to be, but this guy apparently is going to be heading in and, well, seeing the might of our overhead. Well, there it is. We were able to achieve a victory. 234 enemies. Not that many. I killed 81 out of that, and our companions did not do too much because I was, well, hogging all of it, wasn't I? Yes. Anyway, there we go. Gained some more relation, and technically I could take this guy prisoner, but he already likes us quite a lot, so I'd like to try and improve that even further. And did we get anything else? No, we didn't really get anything else too good, so we're just going to let that go. Oh, yes! We found refined stone. Fantastic. So that means we now have 2, and I can actually upgrade my legendary weapon. Alright, so before we go and speak to the legendary weapon crafter, we're going to take a look and see what my current stats are like on our hooked sickle. So as you can see here, we have the cavalry killer, village defender, both 2%, and then we have Han Invader. Technically, I would say if you have an overabundance of legendary weapons, it's probably not the best idea to upgrade this particular weapon because it's going to give you, well, not the best bonuses. As you can see, doing more damage to cavalry, sure, okay, that's absolutely fine. Doing more damage in a village, not so much, you know, not so much. And Han Invader, that's obviously not the greatest. Ah, yes, I won't forget how we broke through the walls of Yangshu. Yes, there we go, exactly. Okay, so I want to reforge my weapon, 3rd grid, thank you, and let's do it. Alright, so take a look at our upgraded weapon right here. As you can see, hasn't really done much, actually. That's a little bit weird. I'm actually unsure what actually changed, because we went over it and it seems to not have anything different. Maybe I need to unequip it, and then walk around a little bit, and then equip it again, maybe? Or it might just give us more strength, more agility, athletics, and so on and so forth when we equip it. That might also be the thing that is affected by this, because I thought that the bonus stats would be improved, but maybe the hidden stats that you can't actually see that improve your attributes are also a thing that gets advanced. Alright, so we are now in an area very similar to where we were previously, kind of in between our very first castle and the first kind of big town that our faction actually took away from the Wu. And we are now going to do some damage to a Song vassal who dared to enter our territory. We'll see how we go here. Obviously, this guy actually does not have a very large army. He only has about 59, but I wanted to test out how good their units actually are in a field battle, because we've seen them get absolutely murdered in a siege, but that's what most factions are going to do when you're up against this amazing weapon. So that's kind of to be expected, but I'd like to try and see how good their archers are, how good their infantry is. I think they're pretty defensive, as a... Wow, that hurt. Alright, so because obviously the mod does not include diplomacy, I am not going to be able to get battle continuations when I get murdered in such an such a humiliating fashion. Yes, how fantastic. But anyway, as I was saying, I'm not entirely sure, but I think the Song are kind of defensive-minded because they do tend to have a couple of crossbowmen, and they have very large shields. So that kind of gives me the impression, at the very least, that they are much more defensive-focused than they are offensive. And just thankfully, I have a huge amount of very offensive-minded archers, and they are making things very easy for us. So I'm actually just going to tell everyone to charge in here, see what we can do. Going to try and, ooh, there's the leader himself. The leader is going to be very difficult for us to deal with, especially me, because I am obviously not very good at dealing with him, apparently. So we're going to see how that goes. Where is he? Is that him? No, that's not him. Yeah, he's got that huge two-handed, hasn't he? So yes, that's definitely something to be a bit aware of. There we go. Kill that guy. But as you can see, they're not actually that good. They do seem to be dying very, very quickly indeed. Their leader is very, very good. He seems to do a lot of damage, but he is... Well, he is only one man. He is only one man, so what can he do against an overwhelming force of insanely well-prepared units? I have to be very careful here. I have to be very careful. Do not die now. Come on, Mr. Bear Wave. You cannot lose. Not today, or at least not this time. Because you lost a little bit beforehand, actually. So let's not mention it not mention it again. Anyway, yeah. Seems like he's leading the way with the amount of kills that he has so far. I'm actually really surprised that we're not actually defeating him already. Could you just win already? Is he dead yet? No. He's still not dead. Yes, now he's dead. Wow, that took a long time, didn't it? That took a long time. So that's a testament to how incredibly powerful that guy is. But I'm very thankful that we have now achieved victory, even though it was a bit arduous. Alright, so it's time for a little bit of mind reading. I've come into Zhao territory to be able to do this, and then we're probably going to head back to where the Song are probably fighting our own faction, because I haven't seen any messages about castles being besieged or anything like that, so we may have instilled a little bit of fear into them, but I think it might make sense for us to head back there and maybe try and expand our territory just a little bit. So let me see if I can do something here. These guys are... oh no, they don't have shields. But they also have... they do have archery. Oh no, he has... oh no, he's actually using it. Oh, that's not very good. Okay, is this actually a couch? Yes, I can actually couch this. Okay, that's pretty good. Oh. Well, maybe not. Can I... Yep. Yeah, there we go. Take him out. That's what you get. Okay, so now maybe we can actually do something a little bit different here. Maybe we can try and take this guy out. No. Okay, could you just slow down a little bit and let me couch you in the face? I would appreciate it. Yeah, there we go. Thanks very much. Okay, that's much better. And the recharge and the cooldown on this couch lance is incredibly fast. It's really nice to see that. All right. So we're going to do something here. I'm going to try, if I can. Yep, there we go. Nice. We got him with 333 damage. Alright, so he's actually giving me a Nomad Iron Cap. I'm not entirely sure what that is. Right, so this is a reinforced Nomad Iron Cap. Not entirely sure if it's any good. I guess we'll put it on one of our companions and see if they gain any stats. Have I mentioned before how much I think Li Yun is an absolute beast? Because he basically made it so that we could get this siege tower up and running in 24 hours. Because of his remarkable siege increasing ability, we were able to get it from 48 to 24. Isn't that amazing? Yeah, that's pretty insane. So we are now in Song territory, as you can no doubt tell from the kill feed. The helmet that we gained... yeah, we're not going to be speaking about that anymore because there's actually no stats to be gained from it whatsoever, so I'm a bit disappointed by that. Not entirely sure why there isn't, but maybe there were meant to be stats, but maybe it's just a work in progress kind of thing, because obviously the mod is not yet finished, you know, it's not yet finished, so maybe that's That's the thing. And it seems like Jiang, the door god, is now utilizing and indeed showcasing his godlike powers by levitating in the air. Isn't that amazing? Yes, very, very amazing indeed. Anyway, yeah, we're gonna have these guys' numbers like no one's business because, well, we have so many Sky Archer Masters. There's basically nothing the enemy can do against us in terms of Archer power. You know, Archer power right now, for us, is paramount. If we come up against a faction that has better archers than us, we're basically done. So, yeah, I'm pretty happy that we're facing factions right now that are not too difficult for us to eliminate. Oh yeah, by the way, the garrison in this particular castle, only 161, and this is one that is very much on the cusp of the two territories, so it's kind of easy for me to take this in comparison to the next castle over, because I've scouted both of them, and the other castle has 350 or something like that, so this is much, much easier for us to deal with, and, well, the layout is pretty easy too. Well, so far so good. I'm actually getting quite a few kills with our hooked sickle against the population of this garrison so far. We're actually losing a couple of our companions here, but that's actually not too bad, I don't think. As you can see, some of them will get kills, will avenge the people that have fallen, and we will then also be getting a huge amount of experience for our two-handed here as well. The one thing that I can't wait for is actually attacking the Han, because we do have that additional 20% damage done to Han units, which is going to be absolutely insane. And, well, so far I think we're pretty good, because there's only another 24 enemies remaining. I don't think there's actually going to be any more, because, well, let's face it, we have completely obliterated them with all of our archers. And there it is, 15 renown, 34 morale. We lost 8 units, but, well, these guys level up pretty quickly, so we shouldn't have to worry too much about them. 161, I killed 32 out of those, so it's pretty nice. Let's capture a couple of people. And there's a heavy charger there, nothing else to really write home about, though. And I don't think I'm actually going to be asking for the castle, to be honest, because it is, as I say, in a kind of precarious position. Saying that, I will be ending this episode off here. Next time, we may be fighting off a couple more attacks from the Song, but I would like to continue doing some damage against the Wu, because they are probably going to be building up their forces and attempting to retaliate against us very soon. Anyway, I thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.